And we are back on Sofa Soul. I am super duper excited this time coming back around. You guys already know Sulatry represents the culture, heart of the culture, la cultura, for those of you guys that really want to know what we're about. We're all about family, we're all about spirit, we're all about you. So I'm super duper excited to introduce these new poets that are coming up. However, I am going to start with my intro piece. I really do, guys, hope that you guys do get comfortable, settle in as I'm settling in as well. Hope you guys having a happy Wednesday, happy Mercury Day, and it's the best day, honestly, to do some poetry. So, in spirit of clarity and Mercury being in retrograde, I don't mean to merge astrology into the poetry, but it is arts. But I'm reading a poem that I did perform for Yonkers Art some time ago, and it's called "You Never Read Between the Lines." It's one of my favorite poems too. It's really all in the text. Just look at the book. The one that keeps you in the same cycle, the one that you wrote yourself, just the pages filled with lines I'd rather not read, and it was gory for me to simply see my ripped pages scrunched up in your jeans with a cup of tea. Now, with a cup of tea, I read between texts. That only means I have yet to pick up another book, and I kind of need to go back to it. See, look, the learning somehow never stops. Stop. Look, stop. It happened to you. Stop. Life has a way of knowing you, flipping the pages only to show you how you look trying to find the truth. And at this point, the lies in the book has me shook. Because every time I flip the page, some sisters always left on the hook. Some homies always scared, while the other one got some stabbing to do, and someone is always running. The last page says the shit ends with you. This book, I'm still flipping the pages. Look, yeah, this shit ain't got nothing to do. Cycles on repeat, and I'm trying to break them like these pages too. Like what? What the fuck am I gonna do? Okay, I got you. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. See, all right. So let me just backtrack. I apologize, guys. Mercury is in retrograde, as we say per se. All right. Look, yeah, this shit ain't got any new cycles on repeat, and I'm trying to break them like these pages too. Like what? What the fuck am I gonna do? Okay, I got you. These words, I'm trying to clip them apart. Stop. These words, I'm trying to clip them for apart on my vision board. I should have just thought of that from the start of Virgo at heart. There was something about the original I had to pick up apart. My vision is sometimes bigger. I love to enlarge conversations so small. I love the wall. Here comes me trying to tear it apart like why can't we communicate emotions and shit? Mine turned off and shit. Whoa, I told you not to get caught up in it. It's a cycle now. Let's reminisce a little bit. You ain't like those days. Nostalgia with a little twist. Feeling like I've been here leaves a bad taste on the lip. A moment triggering emotions. So I just wrote fast. An example being made out of you with my facts. I'm not stuck in the past. And the only time I can make an example that you would understand is with your face and the example being attacked. An example simply wouldn't have been needed if you actually understand. Other than that, learn to flip the page in motion as I rose so openly. Learn to flip the page in emotion as I've died, leaving my bodies in poetry. So, why are you like this? Well, why are you like that? Why do you back talk when you could just talk back with the thought we could track back, but you want to backtrack? Why are you always so loud when the tongue gets caught by the facts? It's always cap. Never realization that assist broke a code to show you how to hack and assist road and bow to show you the facts, but nobody acts. As if free will was placed here for you to be shackled by one truth. 8 billion people when you feel like it's only for you. 8 billion people and I have asked nothing of you. Yet when you have the arc, you just send out for the whole crew, but you realize the only one to wake up in time to come through for you. Realize that the cycles you wrote still poisons those around you, and realization of what poisons them simply surrounds you. So it's lonely at the bottom, and you hope for company at the top. Stop. I read only one side at the table because one couldn't help stir the pot. Now this book ain't got nothing to do with one now. But I'm gonna flip the page and when I flip the page like you do to your own cause, flip the page like you do at your own cost. That stays for the light to creep, and I'm so calm with my cup of tea and my ripped page and your jeans, and I start switching sides. I might as well have been a Gemini. It's a joke until your pen is trying to stay alive to tell the truth right behind those little lies, and you should have stopped flipping, cause code was written for you to hack it from between the lines. Thank you. That video is also on YouTube, on my YouTube, on Self Poet as well. And I am about to introduce gang for today. All right, so we got Price, we got Melody, we got B, we got Smooth, and we got Caesar. Super duper excited to represent you guys. I'm super duper excited for you guys to be on Sofa Soul, putting your souls on my sofa. You know? So, hi guys, how's everybody doing?
Doing great, doing
Hey,
great. Can't
I
complain.
love you. Good.
Chilling.
Alrighty, so you guys ready to get this ball rolling?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Let's
All
go.
Let's run it up. Wait, let's run it up. All right, B. I am glad, happy, grateful for you to be the first one running up on Sofa Soul.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, it's been a few months off. I missed you, baby.
I missed you more, man. It was
That is
nice
fine.
seeing you
Of
then, you know.
course. Yeah, unfortunately, I got to be fast. I had something to do, but I'm like, I'm not missing tonight. So, no, let me hop in.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Boom. Good. Did you hear any of that? I'm like, how long have I
No,
been?
you just
All right.
for
You
like
know what?
5 seconds.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I just wanted to hop in at least for a little bit before night ended. Do this. I haven't actually like written much this year. I've been so busy putting out projects, working on the book, working on Poetical. I joined the Poetical series, so everybody definitely to stay tuned for Poetical and B notes coming out very soon. But I want to get into this only piece I've released this year. Well, lengthy, even whatever. It's called Rambling. I cried for the first time today. Not even sure when was the last time I shed a tear that wasn't brought on by anxiety, panic, or irrational fear. Tears that stream that had actual meaning. I'm feeling all the things I've been meaning to say, to express, because my mind's been in a state of unrest. I'm restless while the weight of the world rests on my chest, taking every last breath I could try to use to deliver the words I've never said. Instead, they remain packaged up in my head while I'm stuck rambling to myself time and time again, rambling and rummaging through every thought, feeling, and experience, sorting through it all, but never quite feeling it. Is it the Lexapro? Because I've never been a pro at handling stress and emotion. And as of late, I'm just dead man floating in an ocean of the commotion that is my life. But I'm not acting, I'm just coasting. I know things are catching up to me. Sirens sounding for emergency. I can't find it in me to move urgently. I let the world burn down around me with perversity. I know I should be running around and scrambling to do everything I know that Brandon can. But instead, I've been stuck for hours rambling, trying to channel him, wondering just where that Brandon went. Did I suppress him or outright banish him? I'm back again. Excuse my disappearance. I promise I did not mean it. To step away from my treatment. It's been 2 weeks since I looked back at these ramblings. Now I'm getting ready for this performance. One of the many things on my mind while I'm alone rambling to myself and scrambling yet again. It's not much of a performance if I'm not really performing. I'm just talking, letting the words falling off of my fingertips tell this story. But there's nothing performative about it. It's actually the alternative. It's solace. It's 2011, 19-year-old Brandon purging through my poetry. Feels like I'm back on that G train, except I'm in a different place. My mind is in a different state. I can't just yell, fuck love, fuck people, and fuck whatever brought me pain, or act like not giving a fuck makes the days any easier. Bottling it all in hasn't been much help either. I've got questions that lead to questions. I can't even catch a breather, gasping in an attempt to grasp what the fuck is going on around me. I did some soul searching and I think I found me, but I'm still bound by the thoughts, the voice in my head rambling, rolling on like a frantic hamster in a plastic ball. Is the questions that give me no rest at all. The questions. Why do situations keep on repeating? Different characters, same plot. It's like I'm reading the same story, the same gory journey of a man attempting to reach glory, but smacked down by the hand of God straight back to purgatory every time. Maybe it's just never been my time, or maybe I just never really deserved it. The happy ending, that is. the dessert, the sweet taste of success. At least that's what I've been told so many times. I've been convinced that must be the case because apparently I don't do enough, try enough, act enough. I'm just not enough to please the ones I love, to sway the minds of the ones with expectations. My effort goes unseen, but do they deserve it when they can't see it? Build me up with the so-called love they have for me, but break me down when I can't achieve it. Whatever it is they needing from me, I don't know what they want from me. How do you say you even love me when you're constantly degrading, deprecating, pervading every inch of my self-conscious, not 1 inch of my surface free from the notion I'm not shit, but then you turn around and say you proud of me? It's anomalies like this that leave me rambling to myself, slamming doors and shelves, passive aggressively projecting while I repress it and move on to the next questions. I've been questioning love at every angle, matters of the heart that go past entanglement, unless you're talking about the ones that are catalysts to accidental happiness, compassion everlasting, at least until the rose-colored glasses come off and snap you out of it. And you're wondering just where happy went. Maybe I need a course on relationship management. I never seem to be able to manage it. I mean, I'm passionate, I'm patient, but never seem to be adequate, so I'm rambling. But upon further analysis, maybe I'm actually too much. Not too much in the sense of managing. I might be a little high maintenance, but I'm patient, not with the smaller things, but with the visions I have of what someone can be. I tend to drift away from reality and into the arms of possibility. Maybe too much of a giver, too much of an overachiever, too hard of a lover, too much of a people pleaser, too good of a person, or maybe I'm just too delusional because none of it is good enough reason to up and leave me. I could be too much of an overthinker, can't do too much of pointing fingers when my hands aren't too clean either, too quick to call it quits when I feel hurt and rejected and not accept that everyone has imperfections and it's in no means a reflection of the love. I get defensive, push it to the past before it's left the present. My heart has been through too much. I'm only trying to protect it in my head. And I'm guessing, questioning, is this true love or some kind of a mirage? Am I using logic or is this another instance of self-sabotage? It's risky and uncertain. I've never been one for gambling. So instead of putting my cards out on the table, I'm here by myself rambling. Questions dancing and prancing around my brain. Next one to take the stage is the ever so popular. Am I crazy? Is it mental illness or a result of trauma, the dramatics and the rage, days spent going through the pages in my head, playing around with all the possibilities of depth, overthinking and overanalyzing each step, next steps, missteps, running back and forth through the entire fucking trail? Are my hormones imbalanced or did my demons really prevail? Maybe it's just one big gangbang. I mean, I'm used to life leaving me rammed and fucked over. I question myself because my thoughts are all over. Before I have the chance to remotely try to answer one, another one comes along and another one and another one. It goes on. I shut down. I don't reach out to anyone. I don't hold conversation, converse with strangers about anything else to distract from the interrogation. I question myself and I never have the answer, but keep pressing myself with good cop, bad cop antics, frantically searching for some answers, but my thoughts and my subconscious go in 1,000,001 directions. Each direction, even no direction, leads me to more questions. What is wrong with me? Is there anything wrong? If there's not, why do I struggle so many days to just go on? And why is it that most days I can't even get along with myself? If I'm doing the work and getting the help, why is it that I still don't feel like myself? Why do these pills fight like a double-edged sword between my... It's a war between my physical and my mental health. I keep talking to myself in hopes that at some point I'll drop some wealth of knowledge and my own 2 cents will finally afford me solace. Up until now, it only sounds like a clusterfuck of nonsense. Cheers to my health insurance and my therapist. She probably takes a shot of Guinness after every hour of me unloading all my mess. She starts listening as I'm unraveling, handling and managing my scattered thoughts from me as I'm traveling around my head and trying to do some balancing. So I'm thankful for Maria, but until the next time I see her, I'll be here by myself rambling.
Ooh, that was intense. Ooh. I just want to like rephrase. You had asked the question in that poem. You said, "What is wrong with me?" And like I just sat there and I was just like, "Nah, man, you just expressed my whole life, yo. Ain't nothing wrong with you, bro." Like like when yo, and it was crazy because you went from one I was on one end, and then by the time I got out of that hole you took me in, I was on another whole end of the poem. So that was beautifully written. You know I
Thank
love
you.
you, right?
Thank you very much, my love.
Right. Do you have any other projects? Can you? I am curious. So what is the name of that poem?
Rambling.
Okay. And what other projects other than poetical series?
Yeah, so I got my own book B Notes dropping around the same time. So looking for it later this fall. Finally, almost out there. I think, especially if you liked rambling, you'll definitely love the book and what it has. I am including Poetical, which will also be released later in the fall. I'll be performing for Inspired Word in New York City in December now. September didn't work out thanks to the hurricane, but I'll be back. Also, if anybody is free, next Thursday, my father has his final art exhibition before he retires. He's a dope artist. It's a grand opening, and we will be having an open mic there.
I'll definitely be there.
Pull up. It's in East Harlem. Follow me on Instagram, brand.arei, BRAN.AREI. Catch my work, and I'll be posting about that show, all the details. Thank y'all all again. I'm officially running late. I'm such a Puerto Rican
Thank you
sometimes.
so much.
I love all of y'all, and I'm gonna watch this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna throw it on in my car, so I'm gonna still be here. I'll be watching y'all. Enjoy
Thank you
tonight.
so much. Thank you.
Peace.
All right. That was beautiful, and that was honestly amazing. But we got more beautiful, and we got more honestly amazing. So I'd like to honestly give it up for Caesar on the lineup for Soul for Soul.
Say
How
that
are
one
you,
more
sweetie? I'm
time. I
sorry.
heard my name.
Together right
I'm doing good. I'm
now. How are
blessed.
you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I can't
All
complain.
right. So would you like to? So I'm sorry to cut you off. I literally just met you online. So I met you Aquarius. Like, I reached out online. There's another poet that I reached out to, and she was just like, "Hey, like, here's this poet," and I'm just like, "All right, let me go. Let's do it." And I honestly really like love your voice. And I mentioned that in the text in the Instagram. Your voice is like soft, but it's intense, very, very intense. You give me Venus. So I would love for you to introduce
And I just so
yourself.
happen to be a
Where you
Taurus, so
from?
that works out, right?
So I would love for you to introduce yourself and what you're working on.
Yes, I'm Caesar. I am a self-published poet. My work can be found on my website at penpusher.com.co. And you can find snippets and stuff of my work on Instagram at the one and only Caesar. And right now, I'm currently in a creative space to try to push something else out. I released my first collection about a year ago. So right now, I'm currently working on my second project. So
Your collection, is that a book or?
yes, ma'am. So I have a collection of poetry. It's 12 pieces. It's in a book. It's called Chapters. And then I also have it, if you don't like to read, I have the audio version of it, and it's me, my voice of it, all of the pieces, special effects on it. I personally like the audio a little bit better than the book, but that is available on my website.
Yeah, I would definitely dig both of them. I am honestly happy to have you on Sofa Soul. Honestly, I'm very
I'm
excited to,
honored.
and I would love to take for you to take over the virtual stage and have it all yours, goddess.
Thank you, beautiful. Hello, hello. This piece is entitled Creature of Habit. It is in my book that's available on my website, penpusher.com.co. I should be ashamed of myself. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. And for some reason, well, every reason, I continue to fuck up and have the nerve when something goes wrong to say it was just my luck. Like, nigga, what? What you put in is what you get out. What you do is your living proof. Your action should be your truth. I know this, but guess what I do? The complete opposite. I suppose it's because I can, like, that makes it any better. Damn, I'm blameworthy and know it. I take full responsibility and own it. Humiliated, yes, but never show it. It's repetitive, but I'm working on it. See my demons and guilty pleasures battle against everything that I stand for. That's an interesting scale. I believe I'm a good person. I just have a good amount of bad too. Like it's a wrong is right or on some, sometimes good people do bad things, but doesn't make them a bad person type shit. Or does it? If you think it, is it any worse than really doing it? If you did it, are apologies really worth something? I'm really asking because I don't have the answers to this. The good die young. I'm getting older. I know I ain't shit. It feels so far along at this point. I don't know if I can help it, but the good in me is attempting to fix it. Talk about a plot twist. Every time I get to a happy medium thinking I got this, they'll go again trying to be on some other shit. I gravitate to what I know. It's like I have nowhere else to go. This is really hard to admit. In my personal opinion, one of the toughest habits to quit. Myself in a sense. What's been embedded in my brain. At times I do something so much it's like I was trained in. I know perfection is something that can be obtained, but that doesn't mean I can't alter my ways. It's complicated and it's trying. It's a lot of things, but I won't let it be my downfall. It's eternal growth for the long haul. It's not forgiving one part of me, but all. Relying on my common sense, mixed with a little strength. I added a side of tolerance and I stirred in my 2 cents. I'm on the path to personal forgiveness. Bear with me. It's bigger than trial and error, and I handle all my burdens with care. There's a bigger picture. I'm just trying to get there. Thank you.
Wow. Once you spoke, I was just like, oh, boys, stop it.
You chill. You silly. You silly.
You
Oh,
make
Goofy,
me
don't
want
make
to
me laugh.
listen.
That's good.
Yeah, you make me want to listen, honestly. Like, it's very captivating. I like the
Appreciate
lessons
that.
you hold in your poetry as well. You have some hidden keys in there, life keys that a lot of people should be following. Forgiveness, taking accountability for oneself. Instead of just being like,
And,
"Yo, let's point the finger" and stuff.
and
So
it's one day at a time. So one day at a time.
can't rush it at all. So yeah, let Sofa Soul know once again what you're working on now. What are the future plans? Your Instagram account, where they can book you, contact you, whatever. Anything.
Again, you can find my work and contact me, book me, purchase my book, my audio book at penpusher.com.co. If you want to follow me on social media, my Instagram is the one and only Caesar. I spell that Ceaser. You can see more snippets of my work, follow along, and just vibe with me. I'm a people person. I love to talk. So, and right now I'm working on my second collection. I want it to be very different from my first one. I wanted to be different from chapters. Chapters was more so different phases of my life that I kind of outgrew. Different things I feel like are relatable that people go through because I write from the perspective, because I'm a woman, I write from the perspective of a woman. So I feel like it mostly relates to women, but men buy my book too, if you're a poetry lover.
No, you
And
gave
I'm just trying to outdo,
you
say
gave
that
me
again?
universal. Definitely, you gave me for both genders. There,
Yeah.
just because I saw the depths that you went to, through in that poem. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what was I about to say? And I'm working on my second collection right now. No, 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 no. You're good. It's me. Trust me. I'm working on my second collection right now, and I just want it to be completely different from chapters. And right now, with where I'm at in my life, it's a lot of self-analyzing. It's a lot of me getting to know myself and a lot of growth about that. So, if you like Creature of Habit, I'm pretty sure you'll like my second collection that's going to come out as well as chapters. But that's me. And thank you again for this opportunity. I
No,
really
thank
do
you so
appreciate it.
much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Caesar. So next up, we got Poetic Melody. Um, oh man, I'm excited for you too. I'm gonna be saying the word excited for everyone because definitely when I was like hitting all of you guys up and you guys said yes, like blood was rushing, like actual genuine adrenaline was rushing. Right. Poetic Melody. We just met and as well, but in person at an event. And he was one of the poets there. And we vibed, we rocked out, we had some wine. I'm not sure if you had wine, but I have wine when I go out, But you definitely gave me Shakespearean vibes, with your poetry, and I know that that's what the people deserve nowadays. So I would love for you to introduce yourself, what you're working on, and you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Self. I feel so honored to be here right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous, but it's a good type of nervous. Haven't performed, due to COVID and all that, but I'm super excited to be doing this today. And yes, so when I met you, yes, your vibe, I love your vibe. And when you asked me to be here, automatically I had to jump on the opportunity. I couldn't say no. So thank you so much. I
Thank
feel your
you.
energy right now. And I'm just like, I'm super hyped, super
Stop
hyped.
it! Like I will jump on my chest right now, guys. I'm a little excited, Butterball. Stop.
So I wasn't sure what to perform for you guys tonight, but I'm currently the last few years been working on a book called Rebirth Immortal, a
Yeah.
poetic tale. So it's basically what I'm trying to do with this is recreate the form of poetry. So the whole entire book is literally in poetic form. With trying to change it up different styles, and it just basically tells a story, and I've gone from changing it from like a third person to now a first person because I want the person to be immersed in it, so
Yeah.
um what I decided to do, I have a little project where I kind of took little snippets of the book and put it as a compilation with some other poems, kind of like a process of growth.
Okay.
um and then the last poem I will be performing is actually in dedication to my father. Every time I perform, I feel obligated, not obligated, but like it's just in me to
Yeah.
perform this, And a few days ago, I actually just lost a friend. Not sure to what, but it just came as a surprise to everybody. So, tonight I would like to dedicate that poem to her, and to all the, and to anyone who's lost anybody close and dear.
Stage is
All
all
right.
yours. Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right. So this first little one is called the three-part piece. The first one, part one, is called The Heartache. I loved her once and very deeply, to the point where my soul ached when she was nowhere near me. The sound of her voice always put me at ease, as the gentleness of her touch gave me a sense of release. Then one day everything changed, and all that was her was taken away, leaving me in a darkness that has been hard to escape. In the beginning, I cried and I prayed until my soul had finally gone astray and I no longer believed. See, I felt God had been cruel and fate had me deceived. Happiness at that point was but a long ago dream, and who I once was could no longer be seen. Part two, the closure. At one point in my life, I loved you very deeply, to the point where it hurt to breathe when you were not near me. No one understood the struggles we endured. Being held in your arms was the only thing that made me feel safe and secure. But everything happens the way it does for a reason. In a sense, we both committed unspeakable treason. But I still cared. Regardless of what happened, my love for you still blared like a siren that could be heard from far, far away. There's a reason, my love, why you had to go, and why I myself could not stay. Part three, the reason. Night spoke to me in a voice sensual in tone. She lures me deeper with her magic. I'm no longer in control. See, I can't stop thinking of her, and she's driving me insane. She has reached beyond my very core in the deeper parts of my brain. I can no longer refrain. Why? Why must she plague my mind with fantasies and desires? See, thoughts of what could be or would dare me to aspire. She's like a rare epidemic of what beauty truly means. She sends shivers down my spine and makes my body want to scream. Indeed. Night spoke to me in a voice of seduction and game. She lures me deeper and deeper, ever so deeper into ecstasy, as she has me scream her name. night. Last poem it's a two-parter. It's Four Angels, part 1 and 2. I slept, and four angels came to me in my dreams, showing me how life can be broken at the seams. Do not fear, they say, for you are not alone, but there is something your father would like you to know. And so it begins. We were sent to you because your heart is begotten. Do not think for a second that you have been forgotten. And you are aside with fear in my demeanor, yet the more they spoke, the more things got clearer. I am she, says one who dwells within, who the powers that be give life again. I am she, says another, who erases all fear, who death himself cannot make disappear. I am she, says a third, who notices all. Now I grow with the seasons, winter to fall. I am she, says a fourth, who never runs and hides. Just when you think you are defeated, I am there by your side. Angel 1, I am faith. Angel 2, I am love. Angel 3, I am wisdom. Angel 4, I am hope. Now my heart skipped a beat at every word they spoke. And then I awoke. Heart beating at a rapid pace as sweat rolls down my sodden face. I look around to notice my surroundings, yet nothing could be heard of this rhythmic pounding. Can it be? Is it me? Have I crossed another realm of reality? Now, I know the majority of you don't even care, but this is unfair. See, a life was taken from us at so young an age. Now, God is familiar with my anger and rage that sometimes I feel I should be locked in a cage. But this is not a form of poetic debate. Now, it is what it is, and I've accepted my fate. I was not meant to grow with the Father by my side, and the reality of this I cannot nor dare not deny. But I have to admit that there are moments in life where He shows that He still walks beside me. Each day, I thank God who sent the angels down to earth to calm this heart that once truly, truly deeply hurt. Amen. Thank you.
No, thank you, honestly, for sharing that with us. Melody, you're brave. You're brave.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
think brave wasn't the right word. Strong was definitely the right word to use. That was the first one was very light, right? And then the second one goes very, very deep, right? So I like how I've been getting like the highs and the lows with, the poets today. Really, I love your stuff. Thank you so much. Alrighty. That was intense. I have to like shake that off. Hold up, I'm sorry. That was intense. Amen to that poem. I say in spirit. The next lineup we got is another beautiful, beautiful and amazing. We're still gonna continue that beautiful and amazing thing, right? And we got Price up in here. Super duper excited for Price to come show out. I know we did do something during COVID with Bran.
Yeah.
Let's get it on. Introduce yourself. Hannah.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I had to like log in on my Mac because my phone was tweaking. But I'm Price. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a poet. I'm a painter and a sketch artist. And I'm gonna do one poem for y'all. It's on the album I just dropped in August. The album is called Sessions, but the track I'm gonna do is called Black Voices. But I'm gonna do it a cappella, but it has a beat to it. But I don't feel like using a beat, so I'm gonna just get to it.
All right.
All right. So we live in a world where they take your life before they even think to read your rights. Where they tell you hands up and start shooting before they even think to tell you twice. Where the cops treat black people like we're a rival gang. When it's 2020 and we still hearing about black bodies being found hanged in the middle of a racial unrest, and they wonder why we protest. They wonder why we upset. Because if I heard that you went to jail after being stopped by the cops while being black, my nigga, you are so blessed. Because so many of us end up dead. So we told them to arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor, but they painted letters in the streets that said, passed a law in her name. Big companies post hashtag Black Lives Matter like, shh, nigga, we don't want to hear you complain. They want us silence. Black voices silence. Black voices silence. Even though we still could get killed while being black and compliant, black and jogging, black and sleeping, black and driving. While the cops respond to accusations of police brutality with more violence. See, they don't care if it's peaceful protests or if it's riots. It's more gunshots and sirens. They gonna shoot us down regardless. We just some black unarmed targets. I don't need to hear the verdict. I already know the judge ain't charging. How many more times we gotta see another one of ours? How many more times we got to see another one of our shot dead in the streets? How many more times we got to scream no justice, no peace? The answer is countless. I'm convinced ain't no justice for people that look like me. All right, that was my piece. Excuse my energy, my anxiety wilding. But that was my piece. But yeah. So that was Black Voices, and like I said, it was it's on the album that I just dropped in August. It's called Sessions. And it's out on all platforms, so y'all can check it out if you're interested. And if y'all want to find my social media, my Instagram is _artist x poet _ so underscore in the beginning and end. So _artist x poet _. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for the platform too. Oh, you muted. You're muted.
I'm over here popping my shit. That was beautiful.
We human. It's human. Wow. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Man, that muting situation just got me sidetracked. Are you working? Are you gonna work on another poetry album?
Yes, I am. I'm actually in the writing process of the part 2 to Sessions. So like, it's 7 tracks on Sessions, and I'm going for like 15ish for the next one. So it's gonna have the same 7, but then there's gonna be like an additional amount on there, and it's gonna fill in a lot of blanks on certain tracks on there. So
okay, all right. That's one of my favorite poems. Actually, it was the first one I actually clicked on. I believe so is the first one too, right?
Black
on Sessions, or isn't?
It's third. Black is the first one.
Wow, because that was the first one I picked, and I thought it was the first one on the album that was actually on it. The whole album is guaranteed perfection. Like, my computer's dying, but it's perfect. Thank you so much once again. I should be saying thank you honestly to you guys. Thank you. So we had the beautiful Caesar Poetic Melody Price. We had Brand up in here. Now we gonna introduce the handsome and the amazing Smooth Baby. Cause why I hit you up. Your taste is New York, man. Hey boo, how are you?
What's up? What's going on?
How are you, sweetie?
What's going on? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Introduce yourself to Soul for Soul. Introduce you, what you're working on.
Got you. My name is Smooth Baby. I like to call my poetry ghetto gospel. I'm a spoken word artist. I have my first book out called Ghetto Gospel. I have an EP out called Ghetto Gospel on SoundCloud. What else I got out? Oh,
Got
I
merch
got my own sneakers out called Ghetto Gospel. You feel me? Got merch and all that. Right now, what I'm working on is book number 2, entitled Inner Peace,
Ooh.
and book number 3, entitled Girl on Your Lock Screen. I also have a podcast out called Hitting Lines with my co-host Kenny Sings. Season 2 is about to start up. That's what I got going on. Right. Oh, and I'm also part of a dope poetry team called Street Prophets.
Okay. Perfect. All right, give us what you got, Smooth. I'm ready.
I got you. I got you.
You.
So this piece is called What to Do. I said, accept these blessings from these lessons. Everything got spit is with aggression. I said, what to do is the question at hand. What is this country coming to? Ain't it united we stand? We all fall under one flag in three colors. As we sing Star Sprinkle Bam Game, Uncle Sam. We all wear the same colors that's supposed to represent you right here, red, white, and blue. But it seems like it don't apply to the man because the red, white, and blue are taking matters into their own hands. See, white is using blue to spread red. I said white is using blue to spread red to the opposite man. Can't you see? God can't even help his man because the man is sending us up to see him. How much more can we still believe in what to do? When you're unarmed and the weapon's being drawn on you, hands up, but shot down like the dog they view. They use all the other excuse to cover up the truth. But the boys in blue supposed to protect us, not kill us too. As our kids are barely making it to the age of 22, being killed by kids under the age of 22. With a 22, we can't stay blind by the truth. They won't help us unless we help us too. Why are we scared to give blues clues? Don't get mad at me because I'm speaking the truth. I come from the same place you do. Guns, drugs, violence, poverty. That's just our daily view. We got to be more supportive of our daily groups. You see the Jews? If they could get through the Holocaust, we could get through this too. What to do? When you see your friend lay down that street with that white sheet and you see their moms and be like, man, that should have been me. Y'all don't see our mentality is to die before we can live. We have to show you that's a struggle to survive in the world that we live in. We can't make it easy for them. You know why rap lyrics, right? Well, let's get to know our law so we could be empowered and stand our ground against them. And when we finally see when we get a win for our human rights, then they can stop protecting them. What to do is the question I ask myself every day. MJ has been trying to tell us for years that they don't really care about us. So I talk to that man in the mirror as I put my coat on. Everybody wants to be Thriller, but they out here trying to make us ghosts. I get butterflies in my stomach every time I walk out my door. So you gonna rock with me and hold my family. Don't have to remember the time I moonwalk back through my door. I gotta look at my brother's ass, Jackson 5, and go to school to learn my ABCs and make it as easy as 1, 2, 3 and stop. Leaving Billie Jean chasing these girls just to rock their worlds. We all ain't scarecrows. We all have brains, and we have to show them that we are not alone, and together we are invincible. So they can just beat it with all them images of us being smooth criminals. This shit is bigger than black or white. That's why I get down on my hands and knees and I pray at night, not to forgive me for my sins or beg to let me in, but for forgiveness, just in case the cops Joe Jackson me and I can't see my kids. That's why I leave it in the hands of him to show me what to do, because I don't want to walk out my house and get shot 41 times. That's or go to the store for some Skittles and tea and run into a neighborhood watch and pray he don't Trayvon Martin me, and I actually want to walk my wife down the aisle, so please. Don't Sean Bell me no more going back the King's way. I'm going Malcolm X way. Black fists in the air. Black power on doomsday win. Not winning the courts way, so let's take it the street way. I don't only want one city to riot. Nah. We all need to riot inside the USA because they treating us like we're not a part of the USA. Matter of fact, we're the backbone to the USA. And I'm tired of all this police brutality. I feel like walking up to them and snatch that badge off their chest. Why? Because they don't honor we. They walking around like a little armory filled with banana clips for us monkeys. And if that's the case, I'm opening up the gates. Let the apes out have everything gonna smash. This gonna start looking like Planet of the Apes. And I'm Caesar. I'm home. No mom. I'll be home. Forget all I'm going. Drake, just hold on. I'm coming home. Because I'll be damned if I let a little oink oink make that box 6 feet under my permanent home. No more turning over stones. So if you can't see this or hear this or feel this, go home to your mom's and ask her. What if it was one of her kids? But please, let me reintroduce myself. My name is SMOOVEBABI. I'm Smooth Baby. Easy. That's that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that authentic New York, man. That's that authentic New York vibe, man. Ah, it never gets old. Like it
Appreciate
never
that.
flow never gets old. The merging of the battle rap flow, yo, it's just that battle raps. That I love how you begin it because I see your videos and your crowd legit responds to you. Like, and I've been seeing that with a few poets too. Like, not the same thing you're doing though, because your shit comes out different. But they really respond. Like they really finish your sentence for you. And I was like, nah, this is sick. Like this is URL and all that type of stuff. Man, you're fire, yo. Guys, I'm super
I
duper grateful for you
appreciate that. I
guys.
appreciate
Before
that.
I do wrap up though, can you do give a rundown on the stuff that you are working on though? Because I do want to make sure I got everything and everybody got everything covered. So Ghetto Gospel
Sure.
book.
Yeah, I have a book out. My first book is called Ghetto Gospel. My first EP is called Ghetto Gospel on SoundCloud. Book number two will be dropping within the next 2 months. It's called Inner Peace. Um, Book number three will be dropping within the next 3 months, and that's called Girl on Your Lock Screen. I got a podcast out with Kenny Sings. It's called Hitting Lines Podcast. It's on all streaming platforms. We're about to start season 2 up. I'm part of a dope poetry team called Street Profits. I have my own merch out, sweaters,
Okay.
hoodies, shorts, whatever, sneakers, you name it. I'm also gonna drop another EP within the next 4 months. So that might be, you know what I mean?
Dropping
And
EP stuff.
be on the lookout for some visuals. Some visuals is
Okay,
coming soon
yay.
too.
It's nice. That's nice. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you guys so much. I'm grateful individually for each and every one of you guys that came out, and I hope that of course, in the long run, we have this bond still. We can still reach out to each other. You can always come out, and if you ever just I just want to come perform, yes, the platform is always open for you guys. You guys are amazing. I genuinely vibe with everybody. I'm so grateful. So yeah, thank you so much. I just want to thank Brand. He had to log off real quick. I definitely want to thank Caesar. It's my first time meeting you, and I'm meeting you virtually. So I'm still meeting you. So I send you virtual hugs. Right? Poetic Melody, thank you so much. I send you the virtual hugs as well. Miss you. We're gonna definitely get together for that collaboration because we have to. Price, you inspired the heck out of me. You changed my week up. You definitely changed my year. For sure, for sure. Because what you did on that, guys, and go look at that sessions. I'm sorry, spoken word album. Let me just be very specific. It was a beautiful piece. Like stuff really inspires the Virgo. Okay, I'm a nitpicker, and it was beautiful.
Thank
It was beautiful.
thank you.
Smooth. You know I like the energy. Always coming with raw, authentic energy. Always real. Always showing out that side of New York that we honestly have to see. And sometimes as poets, we forget that we come from those places. You know what I mean? And it's not to remind people that we come from, the other side of the grass and stuff, but it's to also be humble about it. And you humble people when you get on stage. And as long as people know that they're amazing, but they're humble just as well, you're amazing people. And you show that side of New York that's beautiful. So just thank you guys so much. Also, by the way, guys, I will be leaving a live on Sulatri's Instagram, and I'll be definitely giving Sulatri's Instagram a rundown on you guys. So I just want to thank you. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, thank you guys so much. So
Thank
we're
you.
sofa soul, where the
This was
souls were landed on
amazing.
my sofa. Yes, and I'm overwhelmed, man, but in such a positive way. Um, yeah, reach out, guys. I have to like learn how to reach out too, but reach out. I'm always here. You know. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you
It was nice
guys.
meeting you
Bye.
all.